Okay, hello everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. If you didn't go already to the attendance Google Sheet, please do so and put a P in for name. I got a big chunk of info pass I need to give you, so you really need to pay attention. First thing I want to tell you, we're going to go over to Brightspace together. So before you put the P in, or if you're not there yet, just come with me over to Brightspace. So hopefully you guys can see Brightspace here. Go to content and then scroll all the way down to the bottom of content. There's this McGraw Hill link. Click on that. I've been able to pair Connect with Brightspace. If you go directly to Connect, your grades may not port over to Brightspace. So what I was told by the technical people is have you guys do all your work through Brightspace. So I'm going to show you in a second how to get on to Connect through Brightspace and do your work in Connect, and it'll bring your work over. But what you need to do is link it for your personal account, and you need to hit this McGraw Hill Connect link right here. Okay, so please everybody go do that. So when you click on that, it may look a little different for you. So when I get to that, I get this sync with my Connect section. I don't know if that's exactly how it looks like for you, but you basically want to find something that sounds like that. Okay, and you might have to put in your password for Connect or whatever. But once you do that, from what I understand, you only have to do that one time. But this will enable all your grades to come over from Connect. So after you do that, I've now deployed the assignments from Connect into Brightspace. So you don't have to go to Connect at all, okay? You go to Connect, sorry, you don't go to Connect through its own website. You go to Connect through Brightspace. So if you come down here to Chapter 2, in Chapter 2, there's the Chapter 2 assignment module. And we'll talk about the R code in a second, but there's the Connect Chapter 2 assignment. So if you click on here inside Brightspace, a lot of info pass today, guys. So we'll get to the attendance in a second. But for right now, I'm trying to get everybody connected up. You got to hit the McGraw Hill link and connect to sync your account. So for the people coming in late, you have to go in Brightspace and you have to hit this link or your grades are not going to come over. Okay, and then after you hit that, we can go up to the Chapter 2 assignment, and here is the Connect Chapter 2 assignment. When you click that, it's going to, as soon as it loads, it'll give you this little launch thing. And when you launch that, it'll then take you to Connect and you complete your work in Connect. It'll look just like what you've been doing, all right? I think it looks a little different for you guys, but you go in and you do your work. And then when you submit your work in Connect, then your grade will port over. So remember, you have unlimited number of attempts until 11 p.m. March 1st to do your assignment. And the best grade is kept, not the average, okay? But you don't, but going back to the assignment, Chapter 2 assignment, you want to do your work in R, and you want to save that R script. So it's like Chapter 2 assignment.R. You can throw your last name in there if you want. And that is going to get uploaded here under the Chapter 2 assignment R code. So this is just your typical your typical Brightspace spot for uploading a file, just like you did in that R assignment. Okay, that's the whole reason we did that really simple R assignment, was to learn how to upload files and to give you guys a little bit of grade buffer, because that should have been a pretty easy 20 points or close to. All right, so yeah, so you just go in here and it's gonna look maybe a little different for you. You have a little upload button and you upload your .r file, okay? So that's 5 points that goes towards the grade of that Chapter 2 assignment. Okay. So that's the one really big announcement. The other big announcement is we now have a R tutor, and we have a second one whose paperwork is being processed. But if you go to course information, You know, this is where you make office hours with me, okay? The Art Tutor is going to have Art Tutor lab hours. They're going to be from 2 to 4 on Wednesdays, and they're going to be in Ballantine 105. Unfortunately, the computer lab has a classroom at that time, and that's the only time the tutor can do this. So it's Ballantine 105. Bring your laptop. But if you can't make that and you want to make your own individual time, you can also go to the, his name is Patrick Dowd, and you go to the tutoring appointment, and it'll open up this Calendly interface, and you can pick how much time you want and set up. If you haven't seen Calendly before, you click how much time, and then it tells you what times are available, like what days have times. And so if you click on a day, like let's say Tuesday works better for you, these are all the available slots on Tuesday, for example, okay? We're gonna work out the kinks on this because I think he needs to be giving you the Zoom. I think there needs to be a Zoom link in there, but we'll get that worked out. Or you can just email him and tell him, you need the Zoom link. Okay. Let me make a note of that. I'll have him add the Zoom link in there. All righty. Okay, and finally, but not least, maybe most important to me, is I've now under assignments, go to assignments, and all of you people on Zoom, to put your name in the Google Sheet and the chat. But I've now hit over 50% of people are, I've had some kind of COVID-related absence from in-person class. And I am spending about an hour and a half a day dealing with COVID-related stuff from all my students. And it's killing my amount of time to grade, to plan, to have a life. So I came up with this idea. This is what we're gonna do. There's an assignment. It's where you go and you put your documentation for missing class and needing a Zoom link. This is where you show me that you've had your testing or whatever. So don't come to class if you're sick or you've been exposed. You can come back and put this in later, okay? But in here is where you're gonna put it so that you have, one of my students here is putting the PDF of the illness documentation from health services or wherever. Or if you have a death in the family, that's where you'd put an obituary, whatever it is that you need to show as evidence. And then, I think if I view this as learner, sorry, I gotta go back here now. But if you view it as a learner, it'll have a link to a Google Sheet, and this is really important. When you, sorry, you don't view it as a learner. I have to put it in view as learner mode. Oh, okay. So there's right here, I'm not seeing it. I don't know what happened. So I had the link in here. Maybe it's in here? I thought I had one. Oh, yeah, no, it's just one. That's right. Okay, it's one link. But when you open up Google Sheets, it has two tabs, one for 10 a.m. and one for noon. So when you open it, you got to actually go up here and hit open with Google Sheets. Okay, and this is what I'm going to use to send out my Zoom links. So at the bottom, it'll say 10 a.m. or noon. So you guys pick noon. Right, on row 4, which is the top. It's easier if you go to add, select row 4, right click and hit insert a row, an empty row. This is where you put your name, your email, the days that you're going to be out, if you've provided documentation yet or not, and then copy your email into the dates where you need the Zoom link. Okay, that's how it's going to work. I can't keep doing this. I need you guys to participate and do it for yourself. Okay, so that's that story. Any questions on any of this so far? All right. Oh, geez, there's another really important thing. So I created under survey, if you go to content and you go under the case study, simulation company case study thing, you go down to survey. What we have is complete classmate surveys. So in here, that's what you need to do. But as the recipient of the surveys, okay, you need to record all the surveys you got, who you got them from. So you're going to do that here in the survey tracking receiving sheet from noon. And when you click on that, it's going to open up a Google sheet. So you're going to put the name of your company and the number and do these in order. So this will be 2, 3. Oops. Okay, you guys get it. I'm not doing them all. Okay, so I just put the first one as an example. Roadie company is company number 1. So people in Roadie company, you need to come in here and all the ones you've received, you've got to put an X in, like the person's name. So someone can come in and say, did I do all the surveys? I'm not sure. They got buried in my email, maybe, I got to make sure. So they're going to go in and make sure that you've recorded that they got yours. Okay, so put all those in there. Okay, surveys are due back by Friday. Okay, so those are, I think, all the big announcements. What I'll do is I'll put together an announcement that kind of covers everything new that we've talked about. It'll kind of be a long announcement, but it'll be in the Brightspace, okay? All right. Now, do you have any questions? All right. So now I need to go over and let's look at attendance real quick. So the other thing I want to kind of do new is I want for the attendance. All right. I just want, we're going to go through this in this order. And you guys on Zoom, you're going to unmute for this. You're going to say your name and raise your hand, okay? So like Aiden would say, Aiden. And then the next person raises their hand. Alex, you didn't get on here. Okay, I'll put you on real quick. Okay, so that's how it's going to work. All right, so let's try it. You guys can get the hang of it. Go ahead, go.
Aiden here.